You know when you
watch a badass?
Ellie, what are you
Wait,
doing?
What? I thought I was doing the voiceover?
No, you're not. I am.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty
I know
sure
you
that...
organics need to stop
Ellie,
talking to
shut
take
up.
in air to
Ellie,
your lungs
shut up.
and
Stop
other
talking.
weird
Shut up.
shit.
Ellie, I'll do the voiceover.
Alright, well, if you need me, I'll just be over here.
Alright, I'll call you if I need you. So, you know when you're watching a bunch of badass fighting movies like John Wick and you start thinking to yourself, hey, maybe I should take up boxing or MMA, and then you realize there's a bunch of games out there that can give you the same feeling? Well, here I am today to show you those games running on the...
Steam
Ellie,
Deck.
I swear to God, you gotta shut up.
Sorry.
So the first game I'm going to talk about, Midnight Fight Express, was one I was following for quite a while before it came out. It was developed by Jacob Dwinzel and published by Humble Games. You play as someone only known as Babyface. A weird package in a box shows up at your apartment door, and it doesn't contain a rooster mask. Out pops a DJI Mavic 2 with a 35mm camera, aperture of 2.8 to f11, an ISO range of 100 to 6400, the ability to do single shot burst shooting, auto exposure bracketing, 3/5 bracketed frames at 0.7 EV bias. The drone starts speaking to you and urging you to help, and that it somehow knows you. Now, the story isn't groundbreaking, it's basically getting you from point A to point B, but I still enjoyed it, and finding out who the drone is and how it relates to you is definitely intriguing enough to keep you interested story-wise. The main reason is the combat, and I can assure you the combat in this game is glorious. It has everything I want in a fighting game. Mainly brutal and badass finishers, which you can do anytime as long as you deal enough damage to enemies. All of the combat was done through motion capture by Eric Jacobus and his team at Super Alloy Studios. They previously worked on games like God of War, Mortal Kombat, and so forth, so the quality and fluidity of each move is so satisfying to watch unfold. Another thing that adds a lot of replayability to the game is the customization, which there's a lot of. If you really want, you can even turn yourself into Jacket from Hotline Miami and play the entire game dressed as him. But with all the positives, there are some negatives. Well, only one, which is a huge bummer, but it's the gunplay. Since this is a brawler, there doesn't feel like much point to using the guns. I mean, the takedowns for them are sick, but just shooting enemies is nowhere near as fun as beating them up. And also, fighting enemies who are using guns is an absolute nightmare. Just dodging around trying not to get hit completely ruins the flow of combat. Now that's my personal opinion, so you might pick up the guns and have a blast with them, but for me it felt lackluster and not as fleshed out as the hand-to-hand combat. So with the TDP set to 7 and the frame rate locked to 50, you'll get about 4 hours of battery life out of this. Now the game is around $30, which I believe is a fair price. Currently I've just gotten over 20 hours of playtime out of it, and that's with replaying some of the levels trying to get a higher grade. This is one of the greatest games where you can just start it up, hop into any random level, and just dick around for like 5 to 10 minutes. You cannot go wrong with Midnight Fight Express. I highly recommend it. Also, it's verified on Steam Deck, so don't even worry about troubles trying to get it started. The next game up is one that's a little more popular, developed by Slowclap, who also made Absolver. Sifu, a third-person kung fu brawler that tells a simplistic story about revenge. Now the main stick of this game is the aging mechanic, where every time you die you age up, dealing more damage and learning new skills, but also losing some of your health. The game takes place over 5 levels, each ending in a boss fight with one of the people responsible for your father's death. Now, I do want to warn you, this game isn't easy. It's actually quite hard. But then you realize how goddamn powerful you are when you dodge. Seriously, it's the most effective way to play this game. I could not get past the second boss, and then I actually learned how to dodge, and I beat him next time around without taking a single hit. So definitely learn how to dodge. It makes the game a lot easier. Now you might be asking yourself, bro, how are you playing as Cammy? And that's another reason why this game is so great, the modding scene. Nexus has over 40 pages of mods ranging from skins to new fighting styles. The fighting style I'm using currently is, I believe, called the Raid moveset, which is a lot more kicky and just brutal feeling than the default combat style you have. And what's even better is that it's incredibly easy to mod. You just create a mods folder and then drag and drop your downloaded files into it and it just works. No mod manager or anything like that. It's not like Fallout or Skyrim modding where it's just overly complicated. The cherry on top of all of this stuff too is that there's an arenas mode, dozens of them and more coming soon. New locations where different types of enemies are thrown in and different challenges to complete. All of the gameplay you've seen are from these arena modes. Now while Sifu is marked as playable, I'm surprised it's not marked as verified. The game works flawlessly. With the TDP set to 7, I get a pretty damn stable 50 FPS with about 4 hours of battery life. The game goes for about $43 and I will say it's 100% worth it. I could easily see myself paying $60 for it and still feeling like I paid a fair price. The story mode plus the huge amount of arenas content and the mods on top of all of that really makes this a game worth picking up, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I did.
Snake, can I please talk about the last game? I absolutely love Street Fighter.
Alright, fine, you can do it.
Sweet. I promise I won't let you down. Alright, let's do this. Now hold up, before you leave, I know the last 2 games have been single-player focused, and you don't have to worry all that much about frame-perfect timing and hitting a crazy amount of buttons in perfect sequence. But Capcom added a little feature for people who find it too hard or don't want to spend hours watching videos on how to play a certain character. I'm sorry for everyone else who's been playing Street Fighter for years for what I'm about to say.
It's called modern controls.
That little feature is called Modern Controls.
There we go.
Will you shut up? I know what I'm doing. It allows people like me, who could never get into fighting games like this, and gives us a leg up and actually stand a chance against others who've been playing for years. You won't be able to do every move in the game, but you are capable of doing most of them, and will definitely be able to hold your own.
Wait, Ellie, I thought you said this was your favorite. I thought you played it.
Well, I meant to say I love the characters.
Oh.
Like Cammy, Juri, I'm an AI dummy. I can't hold a controller.
Okay.
Also, don't go to the Steam community page and look at the posted artwork.
Ellie, what does this have to do with the review?
Anyway, if you could shut the fuck up so I can continue.
Okay, a little less
Thanks.
attitude, please.
God, he's so annoying sometimes. So, I really don't know what else to say.
Concluding paragraph, like high school.
Street Fighter 6 is definitely the best arcade fighting game to get into right now. Very beginner-friendly and intuitive. Plus, look at Cammy's ass.
Whoa, Ellie, you gotta chill. Relax.
Well, what else do you want me to say? That's definitely why half the player base owns this game.
Okay, yeah, I agree, but you don't have to be so obvious about it.
So for this game, the TDP isn't set to anything specific. I just unlock it and let it go. Get a pretty damn stable 50 frames and about 2 hours of battery life. There's also mode support, and it's also verified. Did I do good?
You know what, Ellie? I'll give it to you. You did a pretty good job.
Maybe in the future could I do a whole video?
Yeah, I'd be open.
You know, if you'd stop interrupting me.
Okay, yeah, I'd be open to it. I'd just upgrade your voice module.
You an upgraded voice module, you say?
Yeah, that's literally what I just said.
Okay, no need to be a smartass.
Okay, well, if you're gonna give me attitude, maybe I won't. But if enough people subscribe, we'll look into it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll try and do the outro.
Well, then do it.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider subscribing and leaving a like, as I'll be making more videos like this in the future. Once again, thanks for watching.
And please subscribe. I really want the voice module. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you have a good day.